He never reached for a weapon. He reached for his phone. That single motion cost Corey Jefferson his life. It was a humid August evening in East Tallahassee when 24-year-old Corey was gunned down outside a gas station by police who claimed he looked like someone suspicious. He was unarmed, hadn't committed a crime, and had no criminal record. But none of that mattered. What followed was a cover-up so calculated, so cruel, it nearly erased him, until one woman refused to let him be forgotten. Corey Jefferson had just started over. After 2 years working double shifts at a warehouse and saving every dollar, he finally moved out of his mother's cramped apartment. His new job, delivering HVAC parts, wasn't glamorous, but it was stable. He was proud of that. The day it happened, Corey had just finished a 10-hour shift in 95-degree heat. He pulled into the Speedgo Mart to grab an energy drink and a phone charger. Surveillance footage later confirmed that he spent exactly 3 minutes and 47 seconds inside the store. What it didn't capture was what happened outside. According to the official report, a concerned citizen had called 911 saying there was a black male loitering near a white pickup truck, possibly breaking in. The truck, it turns out, belonged to Corey's company, clearly marked with logos and inventory in the back. 2 officers responded. They claimed Corey matched the description of a burglary suspect from earlier in the week, even though that suspect was 5 feet 7 inches and stocky. Corey was 6 feet 2 inches and lean. Body camera footage later revealed that when the officers approached, Corey calmly said, "I work for Jefferson HVAC. This is my truck," and reached into his pocket to pull out his company ID and phone. One of the officers shouted, "Gun!" 3 shots were fired. Corey was dead before his body hit the ground. At first, the story didn't even make local news. It was brushed off as routine use of force. The police statement said the suspect appeared to be reaching for a weapon and that the officers feared for their safety. No gun was found. No weapon, no threat. Just a phone with a cracked screen and a photo of Corey and his little sister as the lock screen. The Jefferson family buried Corey in silence. His mother, Sharon, barely spoke at the funeral. His sister, Tasha, was only 14. His father hadn't been around for years. It should have ended there. Another name, another grave, another forgotten black man. But 2 weeks later, something changed. A cashier named Mia Alvarez, who had been working at the Speedgo Mart that day, came forward. She'd seen Corey regularly, respectful, polite, always in uniform, and she saw the shooting. She told a local journalist, freelance, not affiliated with any network, that Corey never raised his voice, never ran, never even looked afraid. He just looked tired. "They didn't ask him anything," she said. "They just barked commands. He wasn't dangerous. He was exhausted." The journalist Deshaun Graves ran the story on his personal blog. It got shared 312 times in the first hour. By midnight, it hit 20,000. 3 days later, national media picked it up. Suddenly, the Tallahassee PD was in the spotlight. Under pressure, they released partial body cam footage. But it was clearly edited, with cuts during the critical moment when Corey reached into his pocket. People started asking questions. Why didn't they show the full footage? Why wasn't the officer's name released? Why did they redact the 911 call? The more they tried to suppress the truth, the louder it got. An anonymous whistleblower from inside the department finally leaked the unedited body cam video. In it, you can hear Corey's voice, clear and steady. "I work here, man. Look, I got my ID. Just let me..." Then gunshots. Then silence. Then one officer whispering, "Oh, fuck." The leak sparked outrage. Protests shut down city streets. Petitions demanded accountability. Even the governor's office issued a statement, vague, but acknowledging concerns. But the justice system moved slowly, too slowly. The officer who fired the fatal shots, Daniel Rourke, was placed on paid administrative leave. Internal Affairs said they were investigating. The DA declined to press charges, citing lack of evidence of criminal intent. It wasn't until 7 months later when Corey's mother, with the help of civil rights attorney Marlon Hines, filed a federal civil suit that any real movement happened. The trial was brutal. The defense painted Corey as agitated and non-compliant, despite overwhelming video evidence to the contrary. But something happened during cross-examination that no one expected. Deshaun Graves, the same journalist who broke the story, had obtained a second 911 call from that night, one that had never been logged in the official report. In it, a woman's voice says, "I don't know if it's anything, but I see a black guy standing by a truck. I think he works there, though. He's wearing a uniform." That call had been ignored, deliberately. In the end, the jury ruled in favor of the Jefferson family. The city settled for $4.2 million. Officer Rourke resigned before disciplinary action could be taken. No criminal charges were ever filed. But that wasn't the end. The case inspired the Jefferson Act, a local initiative requiring full release of all body cam footage within 48 hours of fatal encounters and mandatory independent civilian oversight in investigations involving unarmed individuals. Sharon Jefferson now speaks at schools and universities. Tasha, Corey's sister, just graduated high school with honors and plans to study law. And Mia Alvarez? She still works the late shift at Speedgo. But now there's a small memorial outside the store, a plaque that reads, "He reached for his phone, not a gun. His name was Corey Jefferson, we remember." This wasn't just a mistake. It was a system doing what it was built to do, until someone said enough. And sometimes that's how change begins. He didn't get a second chance. But maybe because you watched, someone else will. If stories like this matter to you, don't just scroll, subscribe. You might be the reason the next one ends differently.